back to Tiki Taka Talk, and today we have another video recapping my predictions at the start of the season. And here is the Bundesliga. All the games were played on Saturday, and the season is officially over. And it's safe to say, I had some absolute stinkers this season. I had an average of 3.72 positions on the table away from where they actually finished. So it was pretty bad. There is one stinker, and you will definitely see it. But without further ado, let's hop in. All 18 Bundesliga teams, I'll be going over where they finished and what I predicted them to finish at the start of the season. St. Pauli finished in dead last. Really bad. They lost to Wolfsburg on the final day, and that sealed their relegation. I predicted them to finish 17th at the start of the season, so I would say that's realistic. They went down by one. 17th was Heidenheim. They were 18th for majority of the year, and they somehow crawled up one spot at the end of the year, which actually saved me because I predicted them to finish in 15th. I predicted them to not get relegated. 16th, Wolfsburg. This was the worst prediction I've made. I said that Wolfsburg was going to have a remarkable season and somehow make it into European football, finishing 6th. Instead, they were 16th, a whole 10 spots off. That's horrendous. That's the entire table, from European football to now being in a relegation battle. It's insane. And yeah, Wolfsburg definitely had a bad season, but they most likely will stay in the Bundesliga. 15th place, I had Werder Bremen. And at the start of the season, predicted them to finish 14th. So right about where I was. The relegation battle was kind of close in Bundesliga, besides the bottom 3 teams. 14th place is Köln. Start of the season, I predicted them to finish in 16th and be in that relegation matchup. But they finished 2 points higher than I predicted them. So, a good season. 13th is Hamburg. I predicted them to be the worst team in the league. I predicted Hamburg, St. Pauli, and maybe Köln to be relegated. No, Hamburg finished in 13th, so 5 points off. 12th was Mönchengladbach. I like Mönchengladbach. They're a good team with great German roots. I predicted them to finish in 8th at the start of the season, but they fell off. 11th is Union Berlin, who finished in 11th. They had a decent season. I predicted them to finish 9th, so 2 points off. 10th place, I had another stinker. I said that Mainz, who finished in 10th, at the start of the season would get Champions League football and finish in 4th. It was a bad prediction, yes. But no one predicted that after Mainz had a great season last season, would be this bad this season. That's just the Bundesliga for you. Anything can happen. 9th is Augsburg. They climbed up. It was a good finish for them. At the start of the year, I predicted them to finish in 12th place. So 3 points off there. But great season for Augsburg. 8th place is Frankfurt. Frankfurt had a down year. Start of the season, I predicted them to finish in 5th place. Get that European football in the Europa League. 7th place is Freiburg. Freiburg are in the Conference League final against Rayo. They're in the Europa League final against Aston Villa. And at the start of the season, I predicted them to finish 13th, a whole 6 points higher. So great season from Freiburg. 6th place was Leverkusen. They unfortunately lost out the battle on Europa League football, Champions League football. At the start of the season, I predicted them to finish in 3rd. They had a down year, of course, after Wirtz left. But I'd say it's still a decent season. 5th, Hoffenheim. They had a great season this year. getting Europa League football. I predicted them to finish 11th, a whole 6 points off, but no one could have probably predicted Hoffenheim to have this good of a season. 4th place, I have VfB Stuttgart. I predicted them at the start of the season to finish in 2nd. They finished still in Champions League, but nowhere near 2nd. So, still a decent season from Stuttgart. And now we have 2 absolute stinkers. Leipzig finished in 3rd. Great comeback in the second half of the season, but I predicted them to finish in 10th. It was not looking good for Leipzig before this season, They looked like they were on the downward spiral, but they proved everyone wrong and went up to 3rd. 2nd is Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund, of course, always had good things. Last season, though, they were bad. So I predicted them to finish in 7th. And I feel like most people would have predicted that, Conference League football for Dortmund after having a bad season. But Dortmund ended up finishing in 2nd. They had a better season than most people expected. But, of course, 1st place is Bayern Munich. I mean, of course they were going to finish in 1st. That was the only prediction I actually got right. And that was the easiest prediction, so it was bad for me. Out of 18 teams, I had 67 points off on each team, of course. So 3.72 off per team. The Bundesliga wrapped up. Great season. Great jumps for Hoffenheim, Freiburg, and Hamburg, I guess. Drop-offs for Wolfsburg, Mönchengladbach, Mainz. But the season is over, and I will see you next time on Tiki Taka Talk.